Are you tired of the same old vacation spots? Ready to embark on an adventure that will change your life forever? Choosing the right country is the first step in this life-altering journey. It's like picking the right pair of shoes before a marathon. The wrong choice, and you're in for a world of blisters and regret. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In this video, we'll guide you through the essential steps to pick the perfect destination for your next adventure. We're talking about a deep dive into the nitty-gritty so you can avoid the tourist traps and discover the hidden gems of this incredible planet. Let's be real. The sheer number of countries out there can be paralyzing. It's like staring at a menu with 1,000 items and suddenly, you've lost your appetite. Do you go with the familiar, the safe bet, or do you risk it all for something new, something unknown? Here's the thing. Picking the wrong country can lead to some serious travel nightmares. We're talking about wasted time, wasted money, and a whole lot of what-ifs. Imagine this. You land in a country expecting paradise only to find yourself battling relentless crowds, battling mosquitoes the size of your fist, or even worse, battling food poisoning from that street food you swore you wouldn't eat. And then there's the regret, the sinking feeling that you could be somewhere else experiencing something incredible if only you had made a different choice. We've all been there, scrolling through Instagram, green with envy, wondering why we didn't think of that. But it doesn't have to be this way. Choosing the right country is not about luck. It's about strategy. It's about understanding yourself, your travel style, and what you truly want out of an adventure. Are you the type who craves adrenaline, who wants to push their limits, who dreams of bungee jumping into the unknown? Or are you more laid back, seeking tranquility, picturing yourself sipping coconut water on a secluded beach, miles away from the daily grind? Maybe you're a culture vulture, hungry to immerse yourself in new traditions, to wander through ancient ruins, to taste flavors you can't even pronounce. The point is, there's a perfect country out there for everyone, and the key is to unlock what makes you tick. So, ditch the fear, ditch the overwhelm, and let's dive into the exciting part, figuring out what kind of adventure will set your soul on fire. Alright, let's get down to business. The first step to choosing the perfect country is to define what adventure means to you. And trust me, this is way more exciting than filling out a spreadsheet. We're talking about tapping into your inner explorer, about unleashing your wildest travel dreams. So, grab a notebook, find a quiet spot, and let's brainstorm. Don't hold back, let those ideas flow like a waterfall. Are you picturing yourself scaling towering mountains, your heart pounding with every step? Or maybe you're diving into crystal clear waters, surrounded by a kaleidoscope of marine life. Maybe your idea of adventure is a little more grounded. Perhaps you're yearning to wander through bustling markets, haggling for unique treasures and soaking up the vibrant energy. Or maybe you're dreaming of getting lost in ancient ruins, unraveling the mysteries of lost civilizations. There are no right or wrong answers here, my friend. The point is to figure out what makes your heart race, what makes you feel truly alive. Are you drawn to the thrill of the unknown, the adrenaline rush of pushing your limits? Or do you find solace in tranquility, in connecting with nature, in finding peace within yourself? Once you start digging deep, you'll be amazed at what you discover. Maybe you're a secret foodie, dying to embark on a culinary journey around the world, tasting exotic spices and discovering hidden culinary gems. Or perhaps you're a history buff, eager to walk in the footsteps of emperors and explorers, to witness firsthand the stories that shaped our world. Don't be afraid to get specific. Do you dream of learning to tango in Argentina, of trekking through the Amazon rainforest, of witnessing the northern lights dance across the Arctic sky? The more specific you are, the easier it will be to narrow down your options and find the country that aligns with your adventure soul. Alright, adventure is defined, the excitement is building, but hold your horses. Before you book that one-way ticket and jump on the next flight out, we gotta talk about research. Yeah, I know. Research might not sound as glamorous as sipping cocktails on a beach, but trust me, it's the secret sauce to a successful trip. Think of research as your adventure insurance policy. It's about minimizing risks and maximizing awesome. We're talking about avoiding scams, dodging tourist traps, and making sure your hard-earned cash is spent on experiences that matter. First up, safety. Let's be real, not all countries are created equal when it comes to safety. Check travel advisories, read up on local customs, and be aware of any potential risks. Knowledge is power, my friend, especially when you're navigating a new and unfamiliar place. Next, budget. Traveling the world doesn't have to break the bank. Some countries are notoriously expensive, while others offer incredible value for your money. Research the cost of accommodation, food, transportation, and activities to make sure your dream trip aligns with your financial reality. Accessibility. Getting there is half the adventure, right? But seriously, consider how easy it is to get to your chosen destination. Are there direct flights, or will you be stuck in transit for days? Is the local transportation system reliable and affordable? These are all crucial factors to consider. Now let's talk about resources. The internet is your oyster, my friend. Use travel blogs, online forums, and social media to gather insider tips, discover hidden gems, and get a real feel for the destination. Don't be afraid to connect with fellow travelers and pick their brains. And here's a pro tip: don't just rely on the internet. Hit the library, grab some travel guides, and get lost in the pages. Sometimes there's nothing like holding a physical book in your hands and letting your imagination run wild. Remember, research isn't about sucking the fun out of travel. It's about empowering yourself to make informed decisions, to avoid unnecessary stress, and to ensure that your adventure is everything you dreamed of and more. Alright, we've nailed down our adventure style, we've done our research, we're practically ready to pack our bags. But hold on a second, there's one more crucial piece to the puzzle: timing. Because let's be real, timing can make or break your trip. First up, Mother Nature. She's a fickle mistress, always keeping us on our toes. Imagine this. You've been dreaming of hiking through lush rainforests, only to arrive during monsoon season and find yourself battling torrential downpours and flooded trails. Not exactly the Instagram-worthy adventure you had in mind, right? Research the best time to visit your chosen destination based on weather patterns. Do you want to bask in the sun on pristine beaches, or are you chasing powder-perfect slopes for an epic ski trip? Timing is everything when it comes to aligning your adventure with Mother Nature's mood swings. But it's not just about the weather. Local events and festivals can add a whole other dimension to your trip. Imagine finding yourself in the middle of a vibrant street parade, a colorful celebration of local culture, or a once-in-a-lifetime religious festival. Talk about an immersive experience. On the flip side, arriving during a major holiday or peak season can mean battling crowds, dealing with inflated prices, and struggling to find accommodation. Do your research, check local calendars, and consider the pros and cons of visiting during different times of year. Sometimes the off-season can be a hidden gem. Fewer crowds, lower prices, and a more authentic experience await those willing to venture off the beaten path. Plus, there's a certain magic to experiencing a destination when it's not overrun with tourists. And here's a pro tip: consider the shoulder seasons. These sweet spots, just before or after peak season, often offer a perfect balance of pleasant weather, manageable crowds, and reasonable prices. Alright, my friend, we've reached the final stage of our adventure planning journey. We've defined our adventure style, we've done our research, we've considered the timing, and now it's time to make a decision. I know, this is where things can get real overwhelming. You've got a short list of incredible destinations, each one more tempting than the last. The fear of missing out is creeping in, whispering doubts in your ear. But don't panic. Remember all the hard work you've put in. You've got this. First things first, revisit your original adventure vision. What were those core desires, those non-negotiables that sparked this whole journey? Whether it was adrenaline-pumping activities, cultural immersion, or simply escaping the daily grind, make sure your final choice aligns with your initial vision. Next, review your research notes. Compare factors like safety, budget, accessibility, and local events. Create a pros and cons list for each destination, weighing the benefits against any potential drawbacks. Sometimes seeing it all laid out on paper can bring clarity to the decision-making process. And here's a crucial tip: trust your gut. Sometimes, after all the research and analysis, it comes down to a feeling, that inner voice that whispers, "This is the one." Don't underestimate the power of intuition, my friend. It's often guided by a deeper wisdom. Once you've made your decision, embrace it fully. Don't second-guess yourself. Don't get caught up in what-ifs. Commit to your chosen destination and start planning the finer details. Remember, the journey begins the moment you make the decision. And here's the most important part: enjoy the process. Planning your adventure should be an exciting and rewarding experience. So there you have it, the ultimate guide to choosing your next adventure. Remember, the right country can turn a good trip into an unforgettable adventure. It's about aligning your travel style with a destination that sets your soul on fire. But this is just the beginning, my friend. Stay tuned for our next video where we'll reveal the top 5 countries for adventure seekers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more travel tips and inspiration.